Hey y'all, welcome back to Chatting with Coach Amy. Today I have a very special group of ladies. Back a while ago, I don't even know how long ago, I issued a little challenge to a private group that I have reserved for my VIPs, my past and present clients, active, inactive, whatever in the world you want to call it. And this little group of ladies made a little Marco Polo posse. What do y'all call it?
We don't have a name.
Oh.
In my phone, it's the S&H. Dang, what is it? What are we called? The S&H.
Marco Polo Group. I don't know.
Yeah, THM S&H Mamas or something like that.
S&H Mamas. That's what we
love that. Perfect. Okay. Well, I've known about you for a long time, this group, because Tina and Amy M that is here with us. There are 7 of y'all. Yeah. I'm like, I can't count. They have been one-on-one clients, and so they've talked about this. And then also in group coaching, I hear about this a lot too. So anyway, I just wanted them to share their story because I hear over and over from followers, clients, how lonely they are on their THM journey, because not many people in, small areas are doing THM. In my area, there are a lot, but it's because, it's just like word of mouth. You hear. And I don't know, it's just kind of a different thing. There are a lot of people here. In close proximity to me are Amy G, who I've met in real life. I have not met anybody else in real life but Amy G. Wow, my name twin. Very cool. Okay, well, that's fine. One day I'm gonna meet all y'all. Okay. There may be a big conference that I might be doing that you might get to come to if you would like.
Ooh, yay.
We'll spill the beans a little bit. It's not 100% yet, but it's definitely in the works, hopefully. So I'm really excited about that. All right. So without further ado, I want you guys to introduce yourselves, and I'm just going to do just 2 questions this time. Name and kind of your connection with me. Okay. So Tina, you're first.
So I'm Tina Folsom, and I've done one-on-one and group coaching with the infamous Amy Gaskin.
You get a gold star. All right, Amy G.
I am Amy Green, and I started Buds in fall of 2020 after I found Amy on a local health Facebook group where she gave Good Girl Moonshine.
That's right. I forgot about that. Very cool. Very cool. Heather?
I'm Heather Williams, and I started Fall Buds 2021.
Okay. Kim?
I'm Kim Mater, also started with Fall Buds 2021 and then did Trimtastic Holiday and then Blooms.
Very good. Are you still in Blooms? Yes.
No, last month was my last month for now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think I saw you the last couple nights. Anne, can you talk? I don't know if she can.
I don't know that she hears you.
We'll come back to her. That's okay. All right, Amy M.
I'm Amy Martin, and I did. Is Ann trying to talk?
I think she is.
Oh, hi.
There you
Ann
are.
Gilbert.
There she
Hi.
is.
Ann Gilbert, and I have done a few of your, I don't know what you call them.
Zoom classes.
Class,
Yeah.
and I did a couple, I think 1 or 2 other classes that you had.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Anne. Okay, Amy, your turn.
I'm Amy Martin, and I did Fall Buds 2021. Then I did Holiday, and then I did Blooms, and then I did one-on-one, and I'm still in Blooms.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Miranda?
Hi, I'm Miranda Smith. I did Buds coaching in August of 2020, and then I did some other group coaching like the Trimtastic Holiday and Blooms here and there. So yeah.
Very good. I love that. So this 2020, there's a couple of y'all and then some 2021s. That's neat. Tina, when did you start? Did you say what year?
I've been with you a couple of years.
It's a while.
Yeah.
That's so cool. It's hard to believe that I've been doing this for almost 3 years. It's very amazing and wonderful. I love it so much. All right. So we're going to get into a lot of things tonight, but the main focus, of course, is this group. So Tina, I feel like you're their leader. I don't know if that's real or not. It might not be. You might be like, I'm the leader. I don't know what you're talking about, Katrina.
I know. Heather's the one that actually created it. We had talked about it and she just took it and created it.
Good.
It has been amazing for us in so many ways. And I mean, not only for Trim Healthy Mama, but we have all become very, very close and talk about things with this group that a lot of us don't talk about and to other people in our lives. I feel like we are really, really close and we know what we say stays right with us.
That's right. I love that.
It has just been a blessing. We are prayer warriors for each other. And I don't know what I would do without these ladies, honestly.
Oh, I'm so proud of y'all. This is amazing. I never thought this would happen. Like things like this would happen, but it's happening all the time.
And we got cool stuff to share with you about what just started, not just in the past week or two.
Okay. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait. Amy G, you want to talk about how much this group means to you? Anything what they've helped you with?
Oh, absolutely. So when we started the group, I was dealing with a lot of inflammation and, we see the same functional medicine specialist. So she and I were working to get my hormones under control because my husband and I wanted to have another baby, which I am 6 months pregnant now.
Yes. Congratulations.
So, thank you. And their encouragement has been amazing. I mean, I think I'm the youngest one in our group. But they're great. Like Tina says, they're prayer warriors for us, and we all have different tastes in food and we're in different locations. So we're all trying different things and then talking to each other about it. And I think it opens all of our palates up a lot to try different things. So, I mean, it's really nice. And we encourage each other constantly. We all have children that we all have, we're all constantly dealing with struggles with our families, and just having this many strong women to come to and say, guys, what do I do? Like, pray for me, help. Do you have any advice? It's just so nice. It's not just about food and our health, but it's about our mental health and our spiritual health. We're just there for each other.
Yeah, that's a blessing. Oh, that's awesome. Heather, since this was your baby, I definitely want to hear your heart. And I know your heart is huge.
You're sweet. So I've been on and off of Trim Healthy Mama since 2016, but I've never stuck with it. So Fall Buds was the first time that I had been 100 days on plan, and I wanted to stick with that, but I knew on my own I wouldn't do it. So that's when I posted in the Southern and Healthy community and said, does anybody want to be my accountability partner? Well, little did I know, like 10 ladies said, oh, me. What do I do with that? So somebody said, try Marco Polo. I'm like, well, I've never done that before, but let's go. And then it ended up with these 7 ladies. And like, Amy and Tina have both said, it started out about food and Trim Healthy Mama. And God has just, he's the creator. I know Tina said I created it, but God was the creator of this group. He put us all together from all different walks of life with all different struggles. And it truly is the way that he is keeping our eyes focused on him daily as we walk through this life.
Amen. That's awesome. Oh, Kim, what you got to say, girl?
Well, it's funny. I don't think I realized how lonely the journey was until I got this group of ladies and then realized how much fuller my life is now. And it's been incredible for me. All the different ladies have the different things that they bring to the group. And I'm forever grateful. Amy Martin forced me to make sourdough bread and naan bread and all these things I would never in a million years have done, like really stepping out of my comfort zone to try these things. And, they've encouraged me to try kefir and just all these different things that I thought I would never, ever do. And so, I don't know. It's been great. These friendships have been great for me. And just knowing that every day I can look forward to, hearing from somebody and hearing what they're struggling with. It makes you feel like, okay, I'm not the only one. I was similar to Heather, been on the plan for many years and maybe 75% on the plan, but then kept screwing up. And then, this group has helped me really so much to focus on staying on plan. And I really appreciate that too.
Awesome. And if you're able, we'd love to hear from you.
Okay. I initially started THM back in 2017 and was pretty faithful with it until about 2019, 2020. And then I fell off the wagon and I came back in 2021 in September. So it's been almost a year now that I've been back on plan. And I was introduced to the group by Tina, and I don't even remember how we started up a conversation. It must have been on a post, and we just struck off a conversation, and she said, you know what, you need to join our group for support, and here I am. So yes,
Aw,
it's been a lifesaver for me.
I'm so
For sure.
glad. I'm so glad. Thank you, Anne. Amy?
Goodness, so many things went through my head, but for a long time I prayed for a group of friends that had similar interest, and never in my right mind did I think it would be a group of friends on Marco Polo across the world. I'm the one that's the furthest away. Everybody else is in the South. They even have me saying y'all sometimes. So, right? But I mean, a day doesn't go by now without somebody saying something or texting something. We have a group text and the Marco Polo, and it's like something to look forward to every day. So not only is it, like everybody's already said, the food, and that's what started it, but then we started sharing our lives. And like Tina said, there's things on here that we've shared that we wouldn't share with just anybody. I mean, like
Sure.
maybe nobody else. So yeah, and it's really weird because you think you've met them in real life, but you really haven't. It's really,
Yeah,
it's kind of surreal.
it is.
But it's really neat. It's a really neat thing. It's like Heather said, God just provided it. It was an answer to a prayer that I've been praying for a really long time. So it's amazing. It's just, I can't even, yeah, everything about it's amazing.
I love that. Miranda?
Well, first of all, it is so unfair for y'all to make me go last because I'm going to be crying over
I
here.
know, it's like baby's tearing up there.
But I've been, on and off plan since probably about June of 2019. And so back in January of this year, I was really struggling and had been struggling since June of last year. I don't know what it is about the month of June for whatever reason. But January was finally sort of my low point. And I reached out on one of your group pages and asked for an accountability partner. I said, I need an intervention, something, I need some help. And Tina said, come join us. So I'm the caboose of the group. I'm the last one to join the group so far. And so we all just kind of link arms together, and they're my cheerleaders, really is what they are. And, I have my good days, my bad days, but they don't let me fall off the wagon for too long. They help me pick myself back up and keep trying. That's why I'm still here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that so much. I didn't mean for the tears to come, but that shows you guys how much y'all mean to each other, and how incredible this opportunity is. It's absolutely beautiful. My husband, when somebody, a lot of people local, they're like, where is Amy? Because I've been traveling a good bit this past few months with THM stuff. And where is she? She's on a business. The man's gonna say she's on a business trip, which is true. But they're like, what is she doing? And he was like, what rock do you live under? But, I have so many women that, okay, so I did the Fort Worth meetup, and I had over a dozen clients in Texas that came to meet me. Incredible, like overwhelming, incredible, wonderful, but super overwhelming. Like I walk in and their faces are like, and I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, I thought something was like a little like wrong with them. And they're like, you're really here. And I'm like, oh my word, you know. But there's something that is just so special when you share a common bond. And it doesn't matter if you met virtually or you've known each other forever. When that bond is there, it's there. And that is amazing. I'm just so like, it's just, it just warms all my heart. This is so great to see this, the friendship that you guys have. Have any of you met in person? No.
No.
We're trying to schedule that, but it hadn't happened yet.
I know. Yes. Well, I hope that y'all get to meet in person one day. Because like I said, doing the meetup, even I've done local ones. I met Amy when I was going to the doctor. That was probably a year and a half ago now. But you know, it's just amazing when I get to meet the coaches, you know, they're online friends, you know, it's just something special that you have. And so I'm so glad that y'all have that and you found that. So how often, and y'all can talk, it doesn't matter right here, just chime in. How often do y'all check in with each other? Like, is it multiple Marco Polos a day or like
all day, every day?
All day long, constant conversation.
Yeah, sometimes you can get on and there's like 15 Marco Polos that you've missed. If you don't stay on top of it, you can get really far behind.
I bet. Y'all better get pro so you can fast forward everybody.
Yeah.
Most of us. Like,
Yes, it's worth the dollars.
yeah.
The note taking helps too, because there'll be so many that will talk and so many things you want to comment on. And then you're like, you get through 5 Marco Polos and you forget what Tina said 5 Marco Polos ago, you know, or Kim said. So somebody, I guess Miranda gifted me the what's it called? She gifted it to me. I'm not what I'm going to do when it goes away.
Well, Jennifer told me that you can go in together like a group and split the group pass or something. So y'all ought to look into that. I don't know how many people it is. So anybody that does not know, Marco Polo, it is a free app and it's video messaging, I guess you'd say, but you can do all kinds of stuff on there. It is super fun. So my favorite, so Jennifer is probably who I Marco Polo the most. I have a few one-on-one clients that I Marco Polo and a few other friends, but she's the main one. So I fast forward her sometimes on purpose because when she laughs and it's on fast forward, she sounds like a little chipmunk and it's like the best. It's like, it cracks me up. It is so funny. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. So Tina, what would you say is, are you still on plan? Are y'all still on plan? Most people?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So would you say that if you didn't have this group, would you say that you would still be on plan or not? What do you think?
This group really, really, really helps me a lot. And so I would not be as much on plan. I will say that probably.
Yep. That's kind of what I thought you'd say.
Yeah, I would not be as much on plan. Yeah.
Having a community surrounding you it's just, you know, amazing. And it just gives that extra level of accountability. When you're answering, I mean, that's what coaching, you know, when they're answering to someone they're paying, there's a level of accountability there. When you're answering to a group of friends that you know are like, you don't want to go off plan because you don't want to make them fall, you know? And so that's amazing. Amy, you agree? Amy G?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not as on plan as some of the ladies. I've had some food aversions. So timing is not always great. And meat and vegetables have not been very attractive, which kind of brings us into our challenges that we've been giving each other the last few weeks. The first challenge was, vegetables have been very for me for the last 6 months. So my challenge was for every meal, not snacks, but every meal, get 1 serving of vegetables. And so we all did that for a week. And I think at the end of the week, there was 4 that completed it. So we did the little virtual spinner. And so I sent Heather a prize.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
So last week was Amy Martin's challenge. And she did, you can talk about that. Amy.
Go ahead, Amy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was a little bit overzealous on that one, I think is probably the word. I tried to do
Not
dairy
you.
free. Yeah, me. I've been wanting to do dairy free ever since I saw you do it on Blooms way back before last summer, I think it was. Last summer was when I was stalking you and watching you and thinking that girl is the cutest thing ever, and I got to listen to her. And then I joined Buds, but I was listening to anything that was free of yours, and you were talking about doing dairy free with the Blooms group, I think that you were doing it with. And so I wanted to do that. I kept waiting for you to do that challenge, and you never did it again.
Maybe because a lot of people messaged me or didn't do it.
Well, guess what? That's what we found out. So interesting enough, we decided, well, it was Miranda's idea to challenge, each of us do a challenge a week, and one of us come up with it, and then I added to it and said, why don't we give whoever's challenge it is, we'll give a prize to whoever wins, like kind of like how you did it. We based off of how you did it. And so it completed it. So it kind of gave us a little motivation to complete it. So I did dairy free last week, and I got kind of sick. So what I realized is you have to replace the dairy with something to get the good fats in. And so my body does not handle lots of nuts, and because of gallbladder, and what else did I sub in? Trying to think else that bothered me. What was it?
A lot of eggs.
Eggs. Thank you, Kim. Eggs. I did too many eggs with like the egg white pudding. And the two together just really caused my stomach major problems. And I had to quit by Thursday. Kim lasted the longest. I think Tina made it to Monday night. Right, Tina? And
We was not
She was like, nope.
Amy Green and Heather decided that they were smart. They didn't even want to do it. So the option to not do it if you don't want to. And we kind of knew Amy Green wouldn't because of being pregnant. But Heather didn't want to do it, and she was smart. She already knew better. And so anyway, but we learned a lot. We really did. We all learned something from each other. I learned a whole lot. I learned that if I stay with dairy, it's okay so long as it's cottage cheese and kefir. And actually, it seems like my body needs those things to be at more of a balance, because otherwise I end up putting in too many of those heavy fruits.
Right.
And then Kim thought she was going to lose weight on it, and she didn't. Kim's a weigher. Kim weighs a lot. Hopefully it's okay to say that, Kim.
Oh, that's fine. No, I get on that stupid scale and I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm not losing any weight. I gained a pound.
I know, right? But you made it the longest. You were so awesome. She made it till Friday morning. I made it till Thursday afternoon to snack, and then I was done. I wanted my yogurt. So I sent her a prize. You haven't gotten it yet, right?
No, I think you said it was coming today, but I haven't seen it yet.
I looked. It says by 10 p.m. So you may be getting it in the morning.
It'll be tomorrow.
It'll be fine.
Our challenges this week, since you're the head honcho for the week.
The thing that I learned though from the dairy free challenge is that there's a lot. I mean, I pretty much use dairy almost in every single meal. I mean, just dairy all over the place. And for me to go 4 full days without any dairy, I just couldn't believe that I could still eat things without putting Parmesan cheese or something on there.
Actually can.
It's possible that you can have bread without Laughing Cow cheese on it, or something, salad without feta cheese. There's things I just love and just keep eating. And, now that I know I can still do it, I'm just going to try to avoid the heaviest stuff like the, heavy cream and cream cheese,
Yeah, I understand. So who's is it this week?
It's mine this week. And I said, we're going back to basics. We're going back to buds. So I said 40 ounces at least of plain water, plain.
There you go.
A lot of these, I drink a lot of plain water, but a lot of us,
I know they
and
don't.
so I said 40 ounces of plain water per day. And if you do a GGMS every day, I'll give you an extra entry in the drawing.
Whoa, up in the ante. I love it.
She did.
I love it. That's awesome.
We did it today, didn't we? Did everybody make it today?
Yeah.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
even got the GGMS in by watering it down tremendously. It caused me horrible acid reflux. The ladies know because I got on Marco Polo and said, help. That's another thing that's awesome is that we struggle with something and then there's all kinds of suggestions or ideas of how to make it right or make it better. And that's across the board from advice with kids to job interviews to food issues, you name it. If you ask for help, everybody will jump on and give you their 2 cents, which is really neat. So most of the time.
Yeah. That's good.
Even husband advice.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Bloom's just got all kinds of information from we just did a whole section, a whole month of intimacy and marriage. It was super fun.
Actually,
It
that
really
was
was good. It really was good.
it was very good. I really liked that part of it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, I missed it. I haven't been doing very good listening. And where is
Apparently
that
not, because it was some good stuff, sister.
I know. I need to go back. That time on Sunday is so hard for me. 'Cause
Golly, you and your weird time zone.
I can't help
Hey,
but
it's an
live in
hour
there.
later this Sunday night because my boys have a choir program, so maybe you can catch up.
Maybe. But I can go back and listen, right?
You can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, so let's talk about what do y'all do? So we talked about all kinds of things for reals, but
Is it frozen?
She froze.
Yeah, she froze.
Yeah, all I see is Miranda.
She'll come back.
Yeah.
am I better? Am I here?
Yep.
Now you're there.
Okay. Sorry, it's storming here, so hopefully we won't have to like stop unexpectedly. So talk about self-care. Y'all been with me enough. Y'all know what I mean by that. Tell me what you do to take care of yourself. Anybody?
So for me, I take time in the mornings, and even if it's just sitting down and having a cup of coffee in complete silence, just me chilling, that's what I do.
That
Try
sounds
to-
incredible.
Try to do a devotion at that time. This morning I sat and had a new recipe of peach oatmeal, which I just kind of concocted from the berrylicious oatmeal, but instead of berries, I did peaches, fresh peaches in it. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. A cup of coffee, and I just sat and relaxed and before I start my day, and that is nobody's in my house, and it's perfect for me.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I'm with Tina. Early mornings are best for me. So I get up before everybody else gets up and I have my collagen coffee, and that's my time with the Lord. I have a scripture writing plan that I follow, and I do that. And then whatever our small group study is for our church small group. And I need that time with the Lord before I can homeschool my son and go through my day. And then if I get a chance at night, I get my fiction book while everybody's in bed and I get to stay up a little later. So
That's right. I love that. Who else? What do y'all do to take care of yourselves? For a season, mine was literally just eating on plan food. Like that's how I was taking care of myself. There was no extra things. I do get my hair colored every 6 weeks. I don't know if y'all want to call that. Honestly, for me, that's just necessary. It's not self-care. But yeah, that's it. Anybody else?
I think for me, taking time to go out and have, dinner with a friend, or I love to read. So hanging, playing with my dog or hanging out with my kids or my husband, or just whatever is fun is what I would say what I would do.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm in a pretty awkward season at the moment. I have a lot of back issues. And so I do chiropractor twice a week, and I get a massage every other week because I'm just trying to make it till I get this baby here.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's all I can do right now.
That's fine. That's good. I love it. The right side of the screen.
Early morning for me too, before my kids get up. I usually will make my breakfast or my GGMS and just kind of sit and, do my scripture study, or I may listen to some podcasts before it gets too noisy in my house to hear anything. And then, I'm a hair girl too. I have to have my hair taken care of regularly. And that's pretty much it. I like to read too when I get a chance.
Nice.
I'm a hair girl too. You guys didn't know that though, did you? They always would make fun of me when I first got on here because I had a hard time looking at the screen and not playing with it, trying to make it go this way or that way. I've gotten a lot better though, haven't I? But in the beginning it was, "Oh, let me fix this."
Yes.
It was really, really hard to just look at myself and talk,
Oh, tell me
'cause
about
of
it, man.
self-concept,
Story of my life.
so that alone has helps. But I'm a hair girl. I like to have my hair colored and my hair done. But it's interesting. We're all like dressed up and poofed up today, but we've seen each other with hair wets and curling our hair, looking at the ceilings. I mean, you name it, we've talked. And I've laid down with a double chin. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. We all just accept each other, and it's so cool. I was just saying that last night, that I didn't even care what I looked like in the screen, because I know they accept
I love
me.
you. That's right.
Yeah, from my heart and where I'm at. So that's really cool. But as far as self-care, I love at night to spend time with my hubby, just hanging out, watching TV and quieting down, and then by myself too. I'm kind of a night person. I get up when I absolutely have to and get everybody out the door. So I never really have quiet time in the morning until they're all gone. But I guess once they're all gone, but I don't like to be quiet. I don't like it. I'm at home right now by myself with one child left, and she's not home a lot. So I'm in the middle of, I quit my job and trying to find a new job. And all these ladies think I'm crazy because I'm like, I'm climbing the walls, but I get my energy from people, and there's no people around. So that's where I'm trying to find so they're my energy. They give me my energy, because I
awesome.
get on there and talk to them. And I'm really, really, stages of life, right? Really thankful right now in this stage of life.
I'd like to be home by myself for a little bit.
I know, right? That's what everybody thinks. You think that, but then, and it's not that I don't enjoy that sometimes, but it's lonely. I have to turn on my I have to have noise going or something, or my thoughts run away with me. And sometimes those thoughts aren't, you have to capture those thoughts and give them to God. And sometimes that's not always easy. So I do play my Christian music a lot while I'm doing mundane chores that are no fun.
And do you have any things that you do to take care of yourself?
My self-care lately has been getting myself prepared to move back toward family. So it's been a long time in planning. And so I was in Florida for 6 years. And so now I'm headed back north to be closer to my grandkids. So they are going to give me a lot of self-care here real soon.
Literally, everyone, she's like literally physically going there right now. And so thank you, Anne, for doing this. I know that this is very multitasking, I'm sure. So we appreciate this so much.
Oh, well, thank you for having us.
Oh my goodness, of course. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and it finally worked out. So anyway, I'm so thankful for all of y'all. Can y'all go through maybe individually, like what your life looks like? Do you work? How do you incorporate THM into your world? What does your THM way look like?
So for me, I work full time, and so I work day shift full time, and I have a side business that I do part time on the side as well. So for me, it's about making sure that I fix a shake in the morning and drink it on my way to work. And then if I take my lunch to work, then I know I'm going to be on plan. If I don't take my lunch to work, that's where I mess up. So I make really easy stuff to take to lunch. And then dinner is just, we try to make it on plan for sure. Most of the time it is. And so, the only time I really mess up is going to restaurants and stuff. And that's where I just always am like, oh, one meal. But I've gotten a lot better. So that's kind of, and I try to prep some on the weekends for the week for sure. But
Good. Thank you. So THM is doable even if you work outside the home full time. Yes.
absolutely.
Right. Amy?
I work inside the home full time. I've been home since COVID. My company brought me home. I have 3 older boys, and then I'm pregnant with a little girl right now. And I'm flipping exhausted. I am so tired. But my biggest thing that, I just try to stay hydrated as much as possible. I do have 3 bulging discs and a bulging and herniated disc in my back that we did not have a diagnosis on before I got pregnant. So now I'm just kind of dealing with that until she gets here. But and these ladies are such cheerleaders for me on that too, because I mean, they know how miserable I am, and they're just constantly, just there. They're just there, and that matters, that somebody cares how you feel. But I tried. I don't do sugar. That's what brought me to you in the first place, was I was having really bad arthritis in my hands, and it had gotten so bad. I bought heat gloves. And that's gone completely. I have not. So I just avoid sugar mostly. One of my problems with this pregnancy has just been bread has been something that, if I don't have any Ezekiel bread and I'm feeling and all I can stomach is bread, then that's what I get. But I keep a lot of Coach Amy soup in the freezer.
I love that. It comes up so randomly.
I know. And I'm always the one, somebody's like, what's a great soup?
You're my Coach Amy soup girl.
I'm your cheerleader on that for sure. But trying to keep stuff prepped in the freezer for me has been so big throughout this pregnancy. And even before that, I like to do that, but it makes my life much easier. My mom and all her friends are in buds right now. And
they are.
I was there this weekend, and it's just so funny.
Are they quoting me left and right? That's usually what happens.
I'm just the questions. I'm just like, just watch your modules.
Thank you. Glory.
I tell them
there. Just do it.
I tell them, I'm like, where are your modules? I'll send them images that you've given us that I've saved. I'm like, come on, people.
But they have them. They've got them. They just
I know.
I'm like, bless.
But I'm so glad that they're all trying, they're all involved, and especially my mom. We have a huge family sugar addiction, and I have a baby shower coming up, and my mom was mad at me before she started your group about me not ordering a big cake.
Yep.
And then she's like, this past weekend, she finally was like, that's good. So, somebody's going to make the strawberry pretzel salad, and going to do different stuff. But for her to admit that, like, okay, I see why you didn't order that big cake. It was nice. So
that is awesome, man. That's good. That's good. Heather?
I'm a homeschool mama, so we are in the home a lot, but we've also gotten super busy these last couple of months. So I've had to learn what to be prepared with on my way out. So I have certain things I keep in my purse or in my car that I learned from Buds, of course, and your videos of your go-to bag. And then shakes are always my go-to if we're going to be out for lunch. I just put one in my tumbler and out the door we go. But we're here most of the time, so it's generally easy. But with co-ops and that sort of thing starting, it'll be even more out of the house where we have to prepare. And
right. What's your favorite shake to put together?
Chocolate covered cherry.
Girl, yeah.
It's my favorite.
It is so good. It is so good. Kim?
Well, I work from home full time, same as Amy. I was sent home at COVID and just never went back. And so I have a shake every morning, even though I'm home and could make myself get up earlier and fix something else. It's just this routine. I just can't have my morning start off without a shake. So I'll put okra in any shake, and I'm obsessed with that chocolate covered cherry shake right now too.
So good.
So, which is good because it used to be chocolate banana, and I got in trouble for that all the time. Anyway, so I eat leftovers for lunch, or I'll have a salad or a sandwich. And, my kids one of my kids is older and works, and the other one is a senior in high school this year, will be a senior. So I'm coming to that new season when it's just different change. They'll be out of the house at some point. Yeah, there's one of them right there. Anyway,
it quit raining. They had to go potty. The doggies.
It's been raining for hours here. Yeah. anyway, my husband does a lot of the cooking. I prep on Sundays. Like we make our list together on Saturday morning, and then what we decide what we're going to fix, and I try to balance it a little bit. It's mostly a lot of S's, so I usually cook a couple of things that are an E on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'll have something, and so yeah, my husband. Nobody in my family is on plan, but they, you know, a lot of the food is just it's a meat and a vegetable, and I skip the carb or whatever. We make it work.
Right. That's awesome. That right there is going to encourage a lot of women, what you just said. So a lot of women get real nervous about that. You can do it by yourself. It's okay. You can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anne, how about you?
I was working in an office, and then with COVID, I was sent home. So when I first started THM, I did take my lunch, and I always had taken lunch anyway, but with THM, it was no different. It was just taking different items and
Yes.
planning ahead what you were going to take and shopping. So I am a very basic person, so I don't do a lot of recipes, and I don't do a lot of specialty things.
Mhm.
I try to make what I already like, and recipes I already used, I THM them. So, and I'm a very basic person. So I'm happy with, you know, a basic E or a deep S, you know, your meats and vegetables, that kind
Right.
of thing.
Yep.
So I keep it very basic so that it's so easy, but I work from home now. And with my thyroid and my pre-diabetes, I have learned that I have to eat certain meals at certain times.
Yep.
So I like to eat a good sized breakfast, and I like to eat a good sized late lunch. So I have a snack in between breakfast and lunch, and then I kind of have for my dinner is usually a light S or a viewable, and that has worked out for me. So
Very good.
yeah, I listen to my body is what I have learned to do.
Mhm.
And that, you know, once I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, I was like, okay, I have to figure this out because that's what's making me not lose weight. So,
Right.
because I was eating all the things that I was supposed to when I was supposed to, and it just wasn't working. And I'm like, there's something else. So when it came to that was the trigger, and I've lost 12 pounds since then. So,
Right.
yeah, so it is working, knowing what to eat, when to eat, and listening to your body.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
and working from home has helped me with that because I can eat leftovers if I have them, you know, and everything is right there. So that I could go either way, you know, it's not a big deal for me to prep something to take. So when I'm out of the house, I have a bag. It's right here with me in my car, and I just toss something from the fridge that I have. So it's on my trip today, I had cucumbers and the protein bars, THM protein bars. I don't use a lot of specialty items, but they were in my freezer when I cleaned out my freezer, and I said I have to use them up. So
Yeah.
so it was perfect for my road trip. But yeah,
Good.
so it can be done. It's all in planning and prepping.
That's right. Thank you. Amy M., your life has changed a little bit.
Yeah, I was teaching preschool and quit and looking for working with interior design something right now. So like I said, I have 3 children too, but 2 are out of the house. One's home for the summer, but then the little one is here, the 13-year-old. So I'm here in the house a lot, but I'm kind of the odd man out. I'm the one that likes to cook and I like to create and I like to make new and complicated things. And that's what keeps me going. So I guess just finding a substitute for something that is not on plan and like I can't remember who said it, THM it, that's something
THMify.
THMify it, right. I really love to do that, and I love to be creative with food. I get really excited when I find something new. I get bored with the same old, same old. So I'm very fortunate right now that I am home and have the time to do that. Oh, there's a puppy. So cute.
Yes, the puppies are nervous because of the weather.
The storm.
They
Yeah.
come in here. Yes. So they're huge.
I envy all of you with the storms. We have dust storms out here that are not pretty right now, but no big rainstorms.
There's 14,000 homes for sale in my neighborhood. No, I'm just kidding. There's several. Come on over.
I don't think my husband would like that. He would have to
I
stay
bet
here
he
because
would.
he's
I bet
busy.
he would.
But anyway, yeah. So I like to be with creative with food, and that's what keeps me going. It's something
awesome.
new, and I'm constantly looking for new things. So
Yeah.
I made the best salad dressing today.
Good.
That was really good with pesto. Have you done that one?
Oh, no, but I love some pesto.
It was, I follow Autumn Barnett now on Instagram. She started her own little thing, and she's so cute.
She is.
And it was hers. It's just Greek yogurt and pesto and balsamic vinegar and a little sweetener and some salt.
Nice.
And if it's too thick, my yogurt's really thick because I use that Greek Fage or whatever you call it, Fage, whatever. So I put a little almond milk in there to loosen it up a little bit. But oh my goodness, I could just dip chicken into it. It's that good.
I love it.
And and it makes it more of a light S, which I'm trying to do right now. And because it's only 7 grams of fat in of the pesto.
Right.
Instead of the 15 in the olive oil. Not
Right.
that that's a huge difference, but if you're really
Well, it
trying to
Right.
be better about eating lighter S's, that really helps. And I could eat that dressing every day. It was to die for.
I'll be sure to look that up. So if y'all don't know, I know y'all probably all know, but listeners,
Yeah.
Autumn is Pearl's daughter, and I got to have dinner with her one night. So I feel very fancy.
Yeah,
It was super
that's
special.
just darling.
She's precious. And of course I have girls her age. And so that was really neat for me to meet her and kind of pick her brain a little bit. But I'm very impressed with her. We had catered supper that night, and she brought her own in her Tupperware thing and ate it with she was like, no excuses. I mean, she just opened it and started eating,
Right. She's got a lot of allergies, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah,
Yeah.
she does.
So yeah, it's good. I've tried one of her cookie recipes that was pretty good too. And that's kind of me. I like to try all the new things. So then I get on Marco Polo and go, you'll have to try this. And they say they do, and then they don't.
Yeah, see, I don't either. I don't have room for that in my life. I'm still just doing my normal things. It's just me. But that's what makes the world go round, is that we're all different. I love it.
That's right. Right. Yeah. And like Kim said, it pushes her to go a little bit more. Like I got on FaceTime and walked her through. That was the first time we really started to get to know each other. I got on FaceTime and we walked through making sourdough bread together. So now she's a pro at it.
I'm sure she is. I'm sure.
So,
Miranda, how's your day and your Trim Healthy Mama way look?
Well, we're a homeschooling family too. My kids are 23, 19, 17, and 15, and everybody's still home, but they're all at the age where they can kind of fend for themselves if they don't like something that I've made. But for the most part, I can usually adapt it. Like if we do burgers, I'll have bunless burger and maybe do a trim mac salad, or just the burger and some vegetables, or trying to think, just things like that. We adapt it. So tacos, if they want tacos or nachos, I'll just do a taco salad. So it's very, I just try to keep it easy for us, because I don't have the time or the energy for it to be too complicated. So I just try to take the stuff that I would normally make and adjust it to make it THM for me. And one thing that really helped me, as far as I'm not big on prepping. I need to be better at prepping, but I do plan my meals out. Usually the supper meals for sure. But I had kind of gotten away from like doing the menu that you had shared with us way back in August buds of 2020. And so,
back in the day, I don't do anything like I used to, honey. Right. It's all new.
And so I thought, back then I was so committed. I was, 100% on plan. And so now that I'm struggling, I'm like, I need to go back to where I can just see all of that at a glance.
Yes.
And so I did that today. I put all my meals in there. I even put like my breakfast ideas, my lunch ideas, my snack ideas, so I can just, reference that really quickly. And, at a glance, I don't have to go searching through a cookbook for something,
Yes. Yes.
So that's what works for me and what helps me.
Awesome. Y'all have just blessed my heart hearing all this. You said your soup, you did this. That's so precious. I'm just so proud of y'all. This is amazing. We're going to close out, but I didn't know if there was anything any of the 7 of you want to share with listeners. Anything that's on your heart that you'd like to share, any encouraging word? The floor is yours.
I would just say to those, especially introverted like I am, be willing to put yourself out there, because when I put that post in the Blooms community, I was scared to death. I'll just be honest, because I'm very introverted and this is so out of my comfort zone. But God knew I needed this, and He will supply the people that you need around you if you'll just ask.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Anybody else? Y'all know I don't
Just
mind
hang
waiting.
in there. Don't give up. Just hang in there. We all have our struggles. This is not a clear shot, straightforward, no briars, path.
Yes.
We're gonna have struggles. But
Yeah.
like Heather said, and like, all these girls have said, just find somebody that you can link arms with to help you on this journey, because you don't have to do it alone.
Mm.
And those are the things that help us be successful.
That's right. That's right. Thank you.
Amen.
I would
think-
say just keep it simple. Like, don't try to make 5-course meals every time. Just
That's right.
protein and some veggies. And so when I remember that and I do that, then I am able to stay on plan much more, because if I have to think and look through 3 cookbooks to find a recipe to make, like, I'm just not going to do that all the time. I'm not going to do that a lot of the time. But if I can put a protein and some veggies on the plate, then I am good to go.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't tried Amy's Southern soup? That's what we're having for dinner tonight. It is in the crock pot.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
If you've not tried it, you have to try it. It is.
I'll be sure to link it in the caption of the podcast for y'all.
Yeah.
So he absolutely loves it. So yeah. So anyway, and we don't have soup in the summer, but we having it in the summer today. We both said it sounded good. So there you go.
Oh, that's awesome. Y'all are so sweet. Anybody else? That's okay. Well, girls, thank y'all so much. I'm so proud of y'all, and it just makes my heart so happy to know that you have each other. And my prayer is that this podcast will encourage that introvert or the extrovert that's lonely, anybody that's lonely out there, to put themselves out there and take a little risk. What's so special, in my opinion, about the Trim Healthy Mama community is that you have that common bond, because it is kind of odd to an outsider, kind of things that we do. And that's not bad. It's not a bad thing. But I just really think it's a special thing. Even, when I've been at the Nashville Cafe or the Fort Worth, I mean, it's just a common bond. We're all there and we kind of all know, what we've been through, what we're doing. And there was a couple of ladies, at least 4, that recognized me and just hugged me and just thanked me for being, like, one of them literally said, "Thank you for being a shining light in the Trim Healthy Mama community." And I'm like,
Yeah.
like all the tears, like I had already been crying. I'm gonna cry now. But it was just so precious. I didn't know who she was. No. And another one that I met, she shared her story. She's a breast cancer survivor. Oh, I think her name's Michelle. And when my picture came through on that cracker advertisement, she commented and she said, "See, I told you were famous." Like, oh my gosh. I had no idea that was happening, by the way. I'm as floored as y'all. But anyway, it's just a precious, precious place to be. It really is. So, girls, thank y'all again. And everybody, I hope y'all have a great week. I'm not real sure when this is going to air, but it's going to be great when it does. Bye, y'all. Y'all can tell them bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having us.